Nandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvadhitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyaadhilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavadhitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyananda everyone, we welcome you all to today's segment, the Nithyananda TV. Today, we are entering into the second day of the Pacchai Vratham. The Pacchai Vratham is a global undertaking observed by the whole of KAILASA with the grace and blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. This Pacchai Vratham is followed by Devi Parashakti herself, Mariamman, for the purpose of raising the super consciousness of every individual and the humanity as a whole. We are all entering now into the fourth year of a post-pandemic world, post-pandemic period. And there are many challenges which we are all facing, which we all have the possibility of facing in the field of health and mental well-being. One of the things which we are all facing and have the risk of facing is that of long COVID, which is directly impacting a person's ability to engage with life. Long COVID has rendered people unable to engage with people in society, their social experience, in people who are studying in school, people who are working, and even in relationships. It is affecting the direct ability to relate with people. And its effects doesn't last for days or weeks, but it lasts for months at a time. And since global attention has been brought to mental health in the year 1990, there has been no sign of the decline in mental health slowing down. The combined impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, recent wars, and fear of a global recession, as well as community and gun violence, has increased individual anxiety and mental stress levels. Since the year 2021, cardiovascular diseases such as heart disease and strokes are the leading causes of global deaths. Cardiovascular diseases alone accounts for more than 28% of deaths in the year 2021. High blood pressure, high cholesterol, obesity, smoking, and air pollution are all contributing factors to the increase in deaths by cardiovascular disease. Global poverty has also have a direct impact on worldwide health. Increasing violence and climate change has increased the unequal distribution of medical resources. Not only that, but the life expectancy is 34 years lower in low and middle income countries for the people living in low and middle income countries. The mortality rate of children below the age of 5 is 100 times more higher. Diabetes is another main cause of suffering in America, Central Latin America, and the Caribbean. With the world entering into a more harmful and more dangerous place, taking action is a very much necessity of our time. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, in an effort to reach and accomplish the 17 sustained goals of the United Nations, through the revival of the authentic Hinduism in the form of KAILASA, the first Hindu nation, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is teaching, sharing the importance, and initiating us all into the Pacchai Vratham. The Pacchai Vratham has multiple benefits of those who are observing the Vratham. Through the Pacchai Vratham, the science of Kaya Kalpa, which is the science of immortality, experientially starts manifesting in those who are observing the Vratham. Not only that, but the grace of Ganapati, the grace of Paramashiva and Parashakti Mariamman, and all the powers of Paramashivam starts manifesting through you. The grace of the higher beings of the Devatas and Devas are bestowed upon you. Every year, on the last Sunday of the Masi month, the Tamil month Masi, till the last Sunday of the Tamil month Falguni. Devi Mariamman, which is the manifestation of Devi Parashakti, observes the 28-day Vratham during this time. This is the Pacchai Patni Vratham, which Devi Mariamman herself goes through, observes for the welfare of her devotees. Devi Mariamman represents the self-purification of the entire Prakriti. The water element from the ocean gets purified by the fire element from the sun. And this purification process transforms into clouds and showers and blesses all of us with the rain. And this rain purifies the earth and the air space, making it the ultimate purifier. Mahamari, Parashakti, represents the self-purification of the entire Prakriti, of the entire nature. Doing the fasting is a purifying process for every individual. During the Vratham period every year, Mahamari, Parashakti, Prakriti, she herself observes the Pacchai Patni Vratham, thereby purifying not only the entire Prakriti, but also offering all of us the opportunity to purify ourselves along with her. The Pacchai Patni Vratham, the diet of the Pacchai Patni Vratham, is designed to spiritually heal the physical and psychological ailments. It is designed to help clear out all the toxins, blockages from your system, to strengthen your immune system, to effectively fight off diseases, relieve all your stress, anxiety, mental tensions. And some of the benefits of observing the Pacchai Patni Vratham is to purify your body, to create a space for Paramashiva and Parashakti both to manifest through you, for the spiritual healing of the whole world through the manifestation of Paramashiva and Parashakti through your being, and be prepared to receive the science of immortality. You will also have the blessings of Devi Parashakti Mariamman to stay protected from all sorts of diseases and ailments. Out of the thousands of Mariamman temples in and around India, Samayapuram is the first tala, the first place where Mariamman is worshipped. Samayapuram also happens to be a Shakti Bhita, where the eye of Devi Sati fell on the Bhumi, on the planet Earth. After the self-immolation of Devi Sati, Parandama, Lord Vishnu, with his Sudarshana Chakra, cut the body of Devi Sati into 54 pieces, which fell on different parts of the planet. Each place where the body of Sati fell became a Shakti Pita, where Devi Parashakti is worshipped. Samayapuram is the place where the eye of Devi Sati fell. The temple of Samayapuram Mariamman itself was built by the Vijayanagara king. The Vijayanagara king was traveling northwards to wage war on a certain region. On the way, he stopped and stayed in Samayapuram. There, he had declared that if he wins the war, he would build a beautiful temple for Devi Mariamman. With the grace and blessings of Devi Parashakti, the Vijayanagara king was victorious in the war which was waged in the north. And in true word to his commitment given to Devi Parashakti, the Vijayanagara king built the temple of Samayapuram Mariamman. Devi Parashakti Mariamman is well known to take care of the practical, down-to-earth problems of her devotees. To protect her devotees from chickenpox and other diseases, and to keep the peace in the region, Devi Mariamman Parashakti herself goes around the village in the night personally. People who have slept in the temple of Devi have heard the sounds of Devi's anklets as she makes her rounds, marking her auspicious presence in the community. This temple was also visited by King Dasharatha and King Vikramaditya during his rule in Ujjain. Actually, we're now going to be narrating a very beautiful story from the life of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, one of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's first experiences of Devi. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism beautifully shares this experience in a satsang. One day in the temple, when the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was having the darshan of Devi Unnamalai Amman, which is the presiding Devi of the Arunachaleshwara Kovil, to have darshan of Devi and take her blessings. The Supreme Pandav of Hinduism, in the corner right next to the deity, suddenly saw the form of Devi. So suddenly the form of Devi appeared in front of the Supreme Pandav of Hinduism. When Swamiji had the darshan and saw Devi Bhuvaneshwari, Swamiji went into an extreme ecstasy, extreme bliss. The very geometry and the form both disappeared into the inner space of Swamiji, of the Supreme Pandav of Hinduism. Swamiji was in total ecstasy and crying, shouting out loud, "Amma is here, Mother is here." Swamiji then goes to Yogananda Puri, Raghupati Yogi, the yoga guru of the Supreme Pandav of Hinduism, and expresses his joy, shares his excitement and his emotion, his feeling with Raghupati Yogi. Swamiji beautifully goes and tells Raghupati Yogi that he saw Devi Unnamalai Amman. He saw her with 4 hands. After that, the Supreme Pandav of Hinduism went back home and carved the deity as Swamiji had the darshan, as Swamiji visualized and had the darshan of Devi Unnamalai Amman in a soapstone. To chisel deities, the Supreme Pandav of Hinduism used to use a koni needle, which is a thick and long needle, and a kerosene stove. The Supreme Pandav of Hinduism would heat the needle to make a chisel and start chiseling using a wooden hammer. Then Swamiji would take it to a friend of his father and with his guidance finish the whole sculpture. This is how the Supreme Pandav of Hinduism made the deity of Parashakti. When the Supreme Pandav of Hinduism had finished the deity, went and took the deity and showed it to Raghupati Yogi. Raghupati Yogi, to check the subtle energy flow in the hand of the Supreme Pandav of Hinduism, held the Supreme Pandav of Hinduism's hand. It was a yogic technique to determine whether the body had been exposed to a super high frequency energy vibration. When Raghupati Yogi realized that the Supreme Pandav of Hinduism, that Swamiji was telling the truth, suddenly he just prostrated at the feet of the Supreme Pandav of Hinduism and cried, "I am blessed, my boy. It takes a lifetime of spiritual practice to have a vision of Devi. You are indeed a Siddha Purusha, a realized being. Hereafter from now, Devi will be your Ishta Devata, your favorite deity." This was the direct words, the direct narration of Raghupati Yogi to the Supreme Pandav of Hinduism. Devi Bhuvaneshwari, the form of Devi Parashakti, was one of the first earliest experiences the Supreme Pandav of Hinduism had experienced in his early childhood. After the Leela of feeding Ganesha. In Hinduism, mother worship is given a place of utmost importance. The cosmos not only reveres but also celebrates and worships the feminine consciousness, the feminine energy. Women who embody the feminine consciousness are not just revered in Hinduism, in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, but they are also worshipped. The Vedas and Agamas, the Hindu tradition, everything which is worthy of worship, it is attributed to the feminine consciousness. Whatever it may be it the Devatas, the rivers, the Shaktis, everything is named in a feminine expressive way. Female names, feminine expressions are given for Shaktis and the various energies. The whole nature itself, Mother Earth itself, is called as Bhuma Devi in Hindu tradition. In Sanatana Hindu Dharma, the earth is not a geography, it is biology. It is a living being and it is worshipped as female. Not only the earth, but all the major rivers, Yamuna, Saraswati, Narmada, Sindhu, Kaveri, other than the river of Brahmaputra, other than that one exemption, all other rivers in Hindu tradition, in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, are given feminine names. The Hindu tradition is the oldest tradition worshipping divine in the form of woman, in the form of Devi. Not only that, but Hinduism has a separate sampradaya called the Shakta Sampradaya, worshipping the feminine energy, worshipping the highest source of the universe in the form of woman. Worshipping God itself in the form of woman is in Hindu tradition. It is not just that Hinduism gives equal rights to women. Hinduism reveres women, honors women, and above all worships them. Again and again in the Vedas and in the Agamas, It is repeated that wherever women are pleased, worshipped, all gods reside there with bliss and joy. In the Vedic tradition, we call this as Matra Rupena Samsthita. There is a very beautiful shloka in ultimate creativity, the mother, who is reciting, Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha. I bow down, I bow down, I bow down, I surrender. This is a very beautiful stotra from the Chandi Parayanam, from the Chandi part, which depicts, which beautifully narrates and explains how Hinduism, how Sanatana Hindu Dharma holds women in its tradition. The essence of mother worship is mothering of the cosmos inside of you. The supreme Pandava of Hinduism himself is basically a Shakta, a mother worshipper. The supreme Pandava of Hinduism became enlightened by the Shakta tradition, by the worship of mother. Because fundamentally, the bio-memory which we carry, which we are all living with, is given to us, is from our mother. That is why it is only through the purification, the working on the bio-memory, does the experience of enlightenment start manifesting us more and more. The experience of Paramadvaita with Paramashiva starts happening. It is always the energy expression happens only in the mother worship. In all other bhavas, in Hinduism, there are so many bhavas through which you can relate with the divine, through which you can worship the divine. And in all of these other bhavas, it takes a lot of time to experience the energy expression. Only through the Matru Bhava, which is relating to the divine in the form of the mother, makes the expression of energy very quick and very strong in your being. It doesn't matter which body you may be carrying. You may be in the body of a female or in the body of a male. But if you start mothering the cosmos inside of you, you will become the cosmic mother. The mother worship is a very different tradition of enlightenment. It is not bound by any social law. It is the masculine part which is always social based and social bound. But the feminine part is enlightenment based. It is completely enlightenment based. And so whatever religion you may belong to, if you explore the feminine worship part of that religion, it will lead you further and further towards enlightenment. The first and foremost relationship in our life is that of our mother. The ability to learn anything, the idea to even relate with another person starts with the relationship you build with your mother. How to relate with other people, you learning how to socially interact with another person starts with mother. Your idea to relate, your ability to relate as well starts with the mother. The mother's contribution in your life, either by doing something or by not doing something. Those who have lived around their mother till the age of 14 are extremely blessed. Because till 14, if you have had the mother living around you, had your mother in your continuous breathing space, living with them, then you automatically know how to connect with the Divine Mother. You don't need a separate lesson to connect with the Divine. As we mentioned before, there are various attitudes, various bhavas, various techniques, methods to connect with the divine, to connect with the higher consciousness. But none of them can even be compared to the Matru Bhava, to connecting with the divine as the mother. This is one of the unique contributions to the spiritual consciousness, to the spiritual field from the Vedic tradition. That is the sacred feminine worship, given as mainstream tradition. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had beautifully said once that even if everything from the Vedic tradition, whatever the Vedic tradition had offered to the world, if everything, all of it is lost due to some tsunami or due to some earthquake, just if this worship of women, the worship of the mother, the sacred feminine tradition, if this alone is retained, then the whole thing can be revived back, because mother worship is the seed. It is from the mother worship the entire tradition, the entire spiritual consciousness manifests. All traditions which missed the sacred feminine, whether worshipping the sacred feminine or techniques to awaken the sacred feminine, all of these traditions have lost its life within 100 years. Within the 100 years, of the Ramakrishna Mission organization creation. They found out that the important component which they are missing, and they added, and they saved themselves. Same way, in the tradition of Ramana Maharishi, they gave place for Ramana Maharishi's mother. Unless the place, the representation for the sacred feminine energy, techniques to awaken the sacred feminine energy, neither enlightenment can happen, nor it can be translated to the further and further generations, to the next and next disciples. Mother worship is a vital part of the Vedic tradition, through which the enlightenment energy manifests. The whole story of Arunachaleshwara, the whole story, the Stala Puranam of Arunachaleshwara, where Devi Parashakti comes down on the planet Earth, the planet Bhumi, and does penance, does tapas, under the guidance of Rishi Gautama. It is when Devi had the awakening of the divine feminine consciousness did she become Ardhanarishwara. If you understand, if you actually listen, read the original source scriptures, the original Puranas from the Arunachala Mahatmyam, it is very beautifully depicted there, very beautifully recorded there, that Devi, after realizing her divine feminine consciousness, did she become Ardhanarishwara. It is not written that when Devi realized the masculinity, the male consciousness, did she become Ardhanarishwara. No. It is when Devi realized and understood the divine feminine consciousness, did she manifest and become Ardhanarishwara. She achieved the ultimate state of Paramadvaita. It is very easy for all of us to understand and to relate, for our logic to process. In a male body, if the feminine consciousness is awakened, we become Ardhanarishwara. The gender completion happens. In the female body, when the male component is awakened, is realized, we become Ardhanarishwara. This is very easy for our logic to understand. But this is not the case. Because it is the feminine consciousness which is the energy of enlightenment, which is basically any creation which has happened, anything which we understand as creation in the universe, in the cosmos, is the feminine energy. And everything needed to make this creation a reality, be it the process of rejuvenation, which is removing of the old and creation of the new, or be it the process of doing whatever is necessary for the feminine consciousness to be realized, to be awakened. That is what is the masculine energy. In Hindu tradition, actually, it is very beautifully described in the Devi Mahatmyam itself, how Devi Parashakti manifests, how Devi Parashakti is worshipped is described. In the Devi Mahatmyam, it is beautifully said how Devi is the ultimate, and all the other gods, all the other devatas are just her servants. Even the asana in which Devi sits, which is held by Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva and Rudra, even that asana is only a dead body without the presence of Devi. It is only when Devi sits does it become the Pancha Brahmasana. Otherwise, before that, until then, it is only the Pancha Pretasana. So this is the amount of importance which is given in Hinduism, given in the Vedic tradition for Devi, for mother worship. As we had also mentioned earlier, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism became enlightened itself through the process of mother worship, through the daily practice of worshipping the mother. In the Shiva Sutras, Paramashiva has given more than 60,000 sutras and 64 tantras. And at the beginning of each of these, at the beginning, before entering into the tantra, into the scripture itself, Paramashiva says very beautifully that may all of you listening to this first become Devi. Because only when you become Devi, any of these techniques, any of these practices start manifesting in you, start happening in you, will work in you. And it is through that, it is only once we become Devi, when we realize our feminine consciousness, does all the techniques, all the practice start manifesting life, start actually working in our life. The first sutra, the first technique which Paramashiva gives in the Shiva Sutras is to meditate on the feminine consciousness, meditate on Devi. And so now with this, we're going to be entering into a beautiful guided meditation by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, where we're going to be connecting with the Divine Mother. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is going to be leading us through a guided meditation to help us directly connect with the Divine Mother. Through this meditation process, which is going to be followed by having the puja, the darshan of Devi Mariamman, with the blessings and grace of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Going through this meditation process helps you, prepares your inner space, prepares you to be in a receiving mode to have the darshan of Devi Mariamman. So, let us now get ready, prepare ourselves to receive Devi Parashakti. Please sit straight with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Let's get ready to enter into the meditation to receive the divine grace and presence of Devi Mariamman. Please sit straight. Close your eyes and bring your awareness to your Ananda Gandha. Visualize the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Swamiji, residing in your Ananda Gandha as Devi Parashakti. And start chanting the Mahavakya mantra, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, as we get ready to receive Devi Parashakti. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दं कृपापूर्णं जगत्पतिं हरिषड्वर्गजेतारं नित्यानन्दगुरुं भजे।
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects. I am happy to announce that we are inaugurating Nithyananda Vedic Sciences University on November 9th. In Montclair, we got a property where we will have our university and temple and all our spiritual services. The university will stand for Vedic tradition and it will do further research and development and spread all the Vedic sciences to the world. We will have a temple with a largest size murtis and largest number in USA. And all our spiritual services like Nitya Yoga, Nitya Puja teaching and Little Anandas, everything will be held in that place. It's a 2-acre lot with a 25,000 square feet built up area. Big. That will be a city temple and city campus for our whole tradition and activities. Today we will start the whole process with the worship of Mother Energy, Devi Energy. On November 9th, Deepavali Day, we are going to have the inauguration. So now, I can say today is the beginning of the new energy for the whole new work. Before entering into the Sri Vidya Puja, I just wanted to say a few words on Sri Vidya. The Vedic rishis have created different kinds of techniques, methods paths to connect with the cosmic consciousness, to experience the cosmic energy. I can say the most sweet, authentic and beautiful path is connecting with the divine in the Matrubhava as a mother. See, our masters have done so much of research and development in the inner space. They created thousands, I can say millions of paths. People ask me, why Hindus have crores of gods? Because we have done so much of research and development in the field. I ask them, why do you have different varieties of cars? Because you have done so much of research and development in that field. So much of thirst for luxury, comfort. So naturally, you developed different kinds of cars. Our masters had so much of thirst for the inner fulfillment. So they have developed so many different paths to achieve the ultimate experience. Vedic tradition offers millions and millions of paths to achieve the ultimate consciousness, enlightenment. The path of relating with the existence in the form of mother is such a sweet, divine path. I can say this is the most easiest path. And straight away you can start connecting. Everybody, even if you have not lived with your mother, you will carry the feeling, that beautiful memory or the idea of mother-son relationship. Even if you never lived with your mother, you would have had enough of ideas from others how a mother-son relationship will be. The inner space can easily connect with the divine if you connect with the divine in the form of mother and son relationship. It's very easy to relate with the divine in the form of mother. We call it in Sanskrit Matrubhava. We call it Matrubhava. Looking at the divine as the mother, experiencing the divine as the mother, the first strong relationship any human being experiences is mother. That's the first strong relationship, and that stays inside your system forever. So turning that samskaras, that relationship, that mood, that feeling towards the ultimate is the Matrubhava. Connecting with the ultimate through the relationship of the mother. There are so many other bhavas. Dasa bhava, feeling connected to divine in the form of the Lord and servant. Feeling connected to divine in the form of the beloved, Madhura bhava. Feeling connected to the divine with the feeling of Vatsalya bhava as a son. But this Matru bhava, such a powerful method, it is a complete path. It can lead you to the enlightenment, ultimate, by itself, by its very base. So first, enter into that Matrubhava. Then, whatever you chant, whatever you do, will take you to the deeper and deeper spaces where you can experience the true divine energy, the true mother energy. Close your eyes and inhale and exhale as deeply as possible, as slowly as possible. Feel your Manipura chakra, navel center. Remember your physical mother who gave you this body. Give her your deep respect and gratitude for giving you this body. Whether ideologically you feel connected to her or not is not important. Feel grateful and give your respect just because she gave you this body. Feel connected to her. She is the gate through which you will start feeling the mother of the universe. First feel connected to your mother who gave you your body, the body in which you are residing. Give your respect to her body intelligence. Just because of the intelligence of her body, your body came into existence. So thank her. Thank her body intelligence, which gave you beautiful body in such good shape. Give your deep, humble respect and gratitude to her. Offer it at her feet consciously. Let your inner space be filled by her and your deep, loving feeling towards her. She is the gate through which you will experience the cosmic mother. Today I want all of you to understand the whole tradition of Sri Vidya. Actually today I am talking and conducting not just for the 100 people who are here, to create a clear, to set a trend, to teach and to create a basic manual. So you guys are fortunate that you are going through the original version. I am expressing step by step everything about Sri Vidya. Internalize it with a deep patience and silence. First thing, let your body be arrested. Means, not even the small movements. Do not allow. Just first arrest your body. That will completely settle down your system. First sit very comfortably and see that you have your space. Means nobody is touching you, hitting you. Just be completely comfortable. If you really can't sit on the ground, you can get your chair. You can get your chair. Maybe this last row we can dedicate it to the people who can't sit on the ground. You can have your chair and you can have one more chair and have the yantra on that. Anybody who feels you have the puja, you are doing puja and you have yantra, but you can't sit on the ground, you can sit on the chair. Come asanam, where you are comfortable and steady, is the seat. This is the first thing you need to do for Sri Vidya. Having comfortable and steady seat, where your body movements are arrested, where you don't need to move this way and that way, where at least for next 1 hour you are completely comfortable. Even if you don't know who is your mother, even if you never lived with her, from the day one, even if you are separated from your mother, the subtle connection through umbilical cord through your navel chakra and her navel chakra continues to exist till you leave the body. And there are millions of not only the Vedic stories and references, even thousands of scientific researchers are proving the mental state of the mother continues to work on you positively or negatively till you become enlightened or leave the body. Understand? Only when your umbilical cord connection starts connecting with the cosmic mother, your physical mother connection stops existing. Means till you become enlightened, you continue to connect with your physical mother. The mother relationship is natural. Father relationship is societal. I think in the modern day society, the father is going to lose his place, especially after the sperm banks. You don't need a father. Injection is more than enough. Because it is a societal relationship. But mother is a natural relationship. In the Vedic tradition, you carry the mother's name. Only after Western invasion into India, they started carrying father's name. The Gotra is transferred in Rigveda based on mother. Only in Yajurveda, means the later day, they started doing it with the father. The whole tradition, the whole true knowledge or the whole experience can be achieved, traced back if you can catch the mother energy. If you can touch the mother energy, you continue to retain the connection with the mother even if you have not seen her or lived with her. Now we are using that same connection, that subtle connection, to connect with the cosmic mother. Understand? You have 3 levels of mothers. 1, the physical mother who gave you the body. 2, the mothers of your mental structure. I can't say mother, mothers of your mental structure. Because the mental setup which you carry is given to you by many people, your professors, your teachers, your direct warm circle, friends and family. They are all mothers of your mind and ultimately mother of your being, the Parashakti, and a master who gives you enlightenment. Master who leads you towards enlightenment and the cosmic energy itself is the ultimate mother. Now, first connecting to the physical mother, you create an inner space where you are ready to connect. Then you can connect with the cosmic mother, who is mother of the whole universe. First you connect with the mother who gave you this body. Then you connect with the mother who gave you the air to breathe, the place to sit, and energy to see, energy to feel, above all, energy to feel that you exist, the energy to remember that you exist, the energy to celebrate that you exist. She is the cosmic mother. Connecting with the cosmic mother is the Sri Vidya Puja. Understand, the plate which you have in front of your eyes is your very body. Inside your body you have 43 energies. In the triangle you will see 43 triangles. It's a very strange diagram, I can say diagram. It will look very complex if you see superficially. If you study a little bit, it is a very simple diagram. 43 triangles will be there. You have 43 energies in your system. Energy to breathe, energy to exhale, energy to get anger, energy for lust, energy to see. All these things are energies. If you integrate all the 43 energies towards one point, you are enlightened. You are connected to cosmic energy. So now, you are invoking all the 43 energies which resides inside the yantra, means your own body. When you invoke all the 43 energies, when you ask them, please express yourself in a full form in this very body, when they start opening up, when they are completely integrated, you will become Devi. You will become cosmic energy. You are connected to cosmic mother. That is the science of Sri Vidya worship. That is the science of Sri Vidya. I used to tell a story. Of course, it's not a story, it's a research. There is something called art therapy. When mad people, if they continuously, if they are allowed to paint, scratch, they make all kinds of crazy paintings. But within a month, their madness reduces. They become all right. A doctor who was studying all these paintings, he says, whoever became mad because of money, greed, they all paint and scratch in the same way. Whoever became mad because of women, lust, they all paint and scratch in the same way. Whoever became mad because of name and fame, they all paint and scratch in the same way. This shows whatever is your experience, you express. And another one funny thing is the doctor who studied all these things became mad. Not true. Means what? Whatever you are, if you are contemplating or meditating on the expression, you achieve the same experience. The same experience happens to you. Two things. Whatever is experience is expressed in the form of art. If you intensely concentrate on the expression, you experience the same thing which the person experiences when he expresses. These two you need to understand. Now, the diagram which you have in front of you, the artwork, is the expression of enlightenment. If you meditate, concentrate, contemplate on it, you will achieve the same inner space. Anybody who concentrates on the yantra, which is expressed by an enlightened being, will experience the same enlightenment experience, same inner space. So throughout the puja, take care, your eyes do not move this way or that way. Keep your kumkum in a very restful way. Let your hands be in a completely restful way, where you don't need to move your eyes this side and that side, where you don't need to move your body this side and that side. Let your eyes be completely fixed on that yantra. Just completely in a very relaxed way. You don't have to concentrate. You don't have to irritate yourself. You don't have to frighten yourself. In a very relaxed way, very loving, very caring way. How you look at a rose, how you look at a child. Same way, look at that yantra in a very relaxed, very deep, very loving way. Your very mother energy, the energy out of which you came to exist, energy out of which you happened, is there. So the yantra represents all the 43 energy which is inside your system. The yantra is actually representing cosmic counterpart of your energies. You have different energies in your system. The planets can be called as cosmic counterparts of you. Different planets, different energies which are in the cosmos, though which is your counterpart, is represented by the yantra. It is an expression of an enlightenment. So when you meditate on it, you will have that same inner space. You will achieve the same inner space of enlightenment. So look at the yantra in a very loving, caring, deep, respectful way, with a gratitude, how you will look at your mother when you have a real understanding about her. How you will look at your child when you have innocent love towards the child. In that respectful, loving, gratitude way, look at the yantra, and we will now invoke the energies, all the 43 energies. Some of you may not understand Sanskrit. You don't have to worry. I am going to explain every step in English. So you do not have to bother about understanding the Sanskrit word. If you just capture the idea which I am telling in English, that's more than enough. I will guide you step by step through the puja. I will guide you step by step into the puja. Remember to completely relaxed, and remember completely to be involved with the yantra. Be in a complete restful awareness. Do not choose, do not be violent that you have to concentrate. If you miss, you will miss something. Then you will be constantly disturbing yourself. In a very relaxed way. Concentrate in a very relaxed way, very loving way, so that your inner space travels with me. Your inner space experiences me. Your inner space goes through the whole guiding process. If you have yantra, look at the yantra. If you don't have yantra, your body is yantra. So just relax your awareness into your Anandagandha, below the Anahata, above the Manipuraga. This is the area where that Sri Chakra is there. So just relax in that area. If your body is pure, you will feel the Sri Chakra inside. Understand? At the age of 10, in the Devi temple of my native place, I had the darshan of the Sri Chakra. The longest puja I ever practiced is the Sri Vidya puja in my life. If I have to say, what is the puja I practiced personally in my life? For 8 years I practiced this puja. This is the worship, this is the ritual I practiced by myself. The TV they put an ad, na? This is the medicine I give for my family. This is the medicines I use on my body. So this is the puja I did for myself. The day I had the darshan of the Sri Chakra, of course I was not aware that it is Sri Chakra. I was a 10-year-old boy. Suddenly I saw a beautiful form, geometrical form in the Devi temple. Went to the home and started carving myself. That whole thing, whatever I saw in a copper sheet. Then at the time was my inspiration. The great inspiration. Her name was Mataji Vipudananda Devi, Kuppammal, we call her. She saw that chakra and she said, how did you do this? It is impossible. I said, I had the darshan. So whatever I saw, I started drawing. She said, you are blessed. And she initiated me into the puja method, into the procedure of the puja. And she taught me this science. And continuously for so many years, without missing even a single day, I practiced this puja. Till there was a time when I can say that fulfillment happened. No need for physically sitting and doing. Till that time, I continuously practice this puja. So, it's a very powerful, intense method, technique to purify your inner space and raise your consciousness, connect your consciousness with the cosmic mother, with the cosmic consciousness. If you do not have yantra in front of you, put your awareness below the anahata, above the manipuraga, means below the heart center, above the navel center. This is the area you have your inner yantra. Put your awareness in that area, in that space. If you have yantra, put your awareness on the yantra. Now, we will start the puja.
स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दं कृपापूर्णं जगत्पतिम् स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दं कृपापूर्णं जगत्पतिम् हरिषड्वर्गजेतारं नित्यानन्दगुरुं भजे
Sada
Yes, Nithyananda, beautifully through the guided meditation process given by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, where Swamiji himself is guiding the whole meditation, helping us to experience the space of Paramadvaita with Paramashiva and Parashakti. In a few minutes now, we are going the live puja happening in Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalayam in Adi KAILASA, Bidadi, Bengaluru. The Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalayam is the headquarters, the spiritual headquarters of the Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva, of the Devasthana, of the religious, the worship aspect and front of the KAILASA. The Bidadi Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalayam temple has a very historic and very rich Sthala Purana. The history of its place of the Sthala, the location. It is under the same very banyan tree, Paramashiva gave the signs of the Vedagamas to the Saptarishis and also to Ramachandra Prabhu as well. Sri Ramachandra which is worshipped as the main linga in the Paramashiva Devalayam, was also worshipped by Sri Rama during his exile period. Many beautiful things, many beautiful stories, many beautiful historic happenings have happened in the kshetra of Bidadi, in the kshetra of Adi KAILASA. We're going to be worshipping the Utsava Murti of Devi Mariamman, whom is observing this Vratham along with all of us for the next 28 days. This offering of puja, this lifestyle of celebration, of worship, is something which is unique only to Hindu tradition, only to Hinduism. If you actually take the temple calendar of the festivals which are being celebrated throughout the year, the number of festivals, the number of days festivals are celebrated will be almost the same as the number of days which are there in the year. This Pacchai Vratham is more than just a religious fasting. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism beautifully gives the difference, explains how intermittent fasting is very much different from observing the Vrathams. Because the intermittent fasting only relies on our individual will, our individual sankalpa. Our individual sankalpa does not have the power, the strength to overcome the strength which is stronger than that of the microbes and parasites which reside in our being. It is these microbes and parasites which trigger the compulsory diseases, compulsory disorders of each other, be it in terms of food, hunger, sleep, or even sex. All of these is controlled by our compulsory diseases and disorders, which are triggered by these microbes and parasites which reside in our body. Unfortunately, our own will, our personal individual commitment, individual will is not as powerful to overcome these parasites, these toxins in our body. And that is why the Vrathams are observed. Because from the Vratham, it is no more your individual will alone. Your individual will combined with the power, with the strength of Paramashiva, of the Devata, of the gods and goddesses. And our Sankalpa, our Mama Sankalpa, becomes Shiva Sankalpa. Only then our Sankalpa with the strength, with the power combined with the power, will be able to break, and you'll be able to come out, destroy, cleanse yourself out of all these toxins, out of all the root patterns and samskaras which you are suffering with. And that is why it is very important to not just do intermittent fasting, but have the intermittent fasting along with the religious aspect, with the religious connecting with the divine through the Vratham. That is why if you see for almost each and every festival, each and every ritual in Hindu, for those of you who are Shiva Bhaktas, followers and worshippers of have Venkateshwara, Vishnu as your see why the internet is not working first down. Yes, sorry for the technical glitch. As I was saying, for those who are worshippers have Venkateshwara, Parandama, Vishnu as your Ishtadevata, you can observe the vratas, the fasting on the Vaikuntha Ekadashi, which is the 11th day of the lunar phase. And so for so many different occasions, so many different worshipping, for so many different, all of you with all your various different Ishtadevatas, there are so many options, so many days on which you can observe these Vrathams. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism very beautifully says that just 2 days a week, if you observe these Vrathams, that is enough to cleanse all the toxins, all the microbes, all the parasites in your body. Even in those who have Murga, Kartikeya, Skanda as your Ishtadevata, even for those days, the Vratam is there, the religious fasting, the offering is there. And it is because of this, Hindus lived a very elite lifestyle. Elite lifestyle is not the amount of food, the variety of food which you can consume and which you can dump in your body, but it is how you can live without the need of food, without being dependent on food, just living for 1 or 2 days on vratas, having the prana as your major source of intake of life energy. That is the elite lifestyle which Hindus used to live, which used to be part of the Sanatana Hindu Dharma lifestyle. And that is why the reason for so many different vratas, so many different ways a person can fast, a person can remember, have their Mama Sankalpa become one with Shiva Sankalpa and allow the Paramadvaita experience to manifest through them. And so we are now going to be entering into the religious part, the sacred worship part of the Pacchai Patni Vratam, which is the offering of our puja, the offering of our devotion to Devi Parashakti, to Devi Mariamman. When we're going to be having the darshan of Devi Mariamman and offering our worship, the pujari is going to be offering the worship directly to Devi. And so as a part of that, you yourself can also participate and take part in the worship, in the offering of the puja to Devi. If you have an idol of Devi Parashakti, of Bhuvaneshwari, in your place where you are staying or in your house, you can take and keep Devi's photo. If you have the Shri Yantra, you can take and keep the Shri Yantra. Or even if you have the Guru Padakas, to which you offer the daily puja, the Nitya Puja, you can even offer the puja to the Guru Padakas as well. Because as the scriptures say, Guru is nothing but Shiva and Shakti put together. Guru is the embodiment of Shiva and Shakti. And so having the Guru Padakas, if you have the Shri Yantra, if you have the Shri Chakra Mandala, if you have the photo or the deity of Devi Parashakti, or even just the Guru Padakas, that is fine. You can take and keep the Guru Padakas ready in front of you. Have it with you in the puja place. And you can also have, if you have flowers available to you, you can please get the flowers. Or you can even get the kumkum, which is the processed turmeric, as a part of the puja. The puja will be in a couple of steps. First, beginning with the archana to Devi Parashakti, followed by the offering of dhupa, the offering of deepa, of naivedyam, and finally the aarti. So you can take the Guru Padakas. If you have flowers available to you, fresh flowers, you can use the flowers. Or otherwise, instead you can also have the kumkum, which is the processed turmeric, also available to you. And for each and every name going to be chanted to Devi Parashakti, you can take a little bit of the kumkum and offer it as a part of the archana. Following the archana will be the offerings of dhupa, which is the offering of the incense sticks. Then the offering of deepa, which is the offering of the lit lamp, followed by the offering of the naivedyam, which is the sacred food. and then finally the offering of the Arati. And so you can actually take a few minutes now to prepare yourself as we move in towards the next segment of receiving Devi Parashakti and receiving the supreme pontiff of Hinduism and offering our worship, offering our devotion to them to complete this part of the Vratham, of the Pacchai Patni Vratham in our day-to-day lives. So you can please take a few moments and receive, and please take a few moments to prepare for the puja towards Devi Parashakti. While we are having that done, which is tied on the waist and without the upper cloth, please apply the vibhuti, the kumkum, as well as wear the Rudraksha mala. Apply the vibhuti in all the 16 places of your body. And for those, all our women devotees, all our female devotees who are offering and observing the Pacchai Patni Vratham, you can get ready in the traditional attire, in the traditional sari, and be ready to receive Devi Parashakti and to be a part of the puja which we are going to offer now to Devi Mariamman. So please make sure you are also in the traditional attire to worship Devi Parashakti, worship Devi Mariamman. Please make sure you have the vibhuti and the kumkum as well in your third eye center. Yes. Let us now start settling down with our puja items in the traditional attire. Please take a few minutes to get ready to receive Devi Parashakti. And you can all settle down now. As you settle down, again, let us once more bring our awareness, bring our attention back to our Ananda Gandha and prepare ourselves to receive Devi Parashakti, prepare ourselves to receive the grace and blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, of Swamiji. Please sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Close your eyes and bring your awareness to the Ananda Gandha center. Start chanting the Mahavakya mantra. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. And visualize the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Visualize Swamiji presiding in your Ananda Gandha. It's now time. Let's get ready to receive Devi Parashakti. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Please close your eyes once you've settled down and have finished arranging for the puja to receive Devi Parashakti, for you to offer your puja along with the puja being offered in by to receive Devi Parashakti and Swamiji. Continue chanting the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
नित्यानंद नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवसमारम्भां नित्यानन्देश्वरि परमशिवशक्तिमध्यमाम् नित्यानन्दपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां ललाटे त्रिपुण्ड्रे निटिलकृतकस्तूरीतिलकः स्फुरन्मालाधारस्फुरितकटिकौपीनवसनः दधानो दुस्तारं शिरसि फणिराजं शशिकलां प्रदीपः सर्वेषाम् अरुणगिरियोगी विजयते नेत्राणां दशभिष्यतैः परिवृताम् अत्युग्रचर्माम्बरां हेमाभां महतीं विलम्बितशिखां मामुक्तकेशान्वितां घण्टामण्डितपादपद्मयुगलां नागेन्द्रकुम्भस्तनीम् इन्द्राक्षीं परिचिन्तयामि सततं प्रत्यक्षसिद्धिप्रदाम् ॐ धूरसि धूर्वधूर्वन्तं धूर्वतयोऽस्मान् धूर्वतितं धूर्वयं वयं धूर्वामस्त्वम् ॐ उद्दीप्य स्वजातवेदोपघ्नन्निरृतिं मम पशोगश्च मह्यमावह जीवनं च दिशो दिशा मानो हि पुंसीज्जातवेदो कामश्वं पुरुषं जगते अबिभ्रदग्न आगहि श्रिया मा परिपातय ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं इन्द्राक्षीं श्रीं पें स्वाहा श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्ति श्री इन्द्राक्षिदेव्यै नमः दीपं सन्दर्शयामि अथ नैवेद्यम् ॐ मधुवाताऋतायते मधुक्षरन्ति सिन्धवः माध्वीर्नः सन्तोषधीः मधुनक्तमुतोषसि मधुमत्पार्थिवगुम्रजः मधुद्यौरस्तु नः पिता मधुमान्नो वनस्पतिर्मधुमागुम् अस्तु सूर्यः माध्वीर्गावो भवन्तु नः मधु 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 ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं इन्द्राक्षीं श्रीं पें स्वाहा श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्ति श्री इन्द्राक्षिदेव्यै नमः नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि ॐ सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते सृष्टिस्थितिविनाशानां शक्तिभूते सनातनी गुणाश्रये गुणमये नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते शरणागतदीनार्थपरित्राणपरायणे सर्वस्यार्त्यहरे देवि नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं इन्द्राक्षीं श्रीं पें स्वाहा श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्ति श्री इन्द्राक्षिदेव्यै नमः कर्पूरनीराजनं सन्दर्शयामि रक्षां धारयामि शोणाद्रीशावताराय ज्योतिस्तम्भस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् तत्त्वज्ञानप्रदाताय नित्यानन्देश्वररूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् मूलप्रकृतिरूपाय परमशिवशक्तिस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् दण्डत्रिशूलहस्ताय कालकालस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् आदिपूज्याय देवाय सकृत्पूर्णत्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् सर्वाभयविनाशकाय शत्रुसंहाररूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् योगपट्टाभिषिक्ताय राजसन्न्यासधारिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् सार्वभौमैकपत्याय राजराजार्चिताय च श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् मङ्गलं कल्पवृक्षाय मङ्गलं ज्ञानदायिने परमशिवाय श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वराय मङ्गलम् मङ्गलं श्रीविद्याम्बायै मङ्गलं कामदायिन्यै सर्वमङ्गलदात्रे नित्यानन्देश्वर्यै मङ्गलम् मङ्गलं गुरुदेवाय मोक्षमूलाय मङ्गलम् परमावताराय नित्यानन्दाय गुरवे मङ्गलम् त्वं स्मृतमहं धन्य मम प्राणमहेश्वर गङ्गाधर नामेति स्तोत्रस्थानं ददाम्यहम् हरिः ॐ तत्सत् सर्वं भगवत् श्री नित्यानन्द परमशिव पादुकार्पणमस्तु ॐ नित्यानन्दम् ॐ सत्यै नमः ॐ साध्व्यै नमः
Nithyananda, we've all had the darshan and the grace of Devi Parashakti, Mariamman, and established ourselves in the space of oneness and the higher state of consciousness. Now, let us get ready to manifest the powers of Paramashiva in the same space of oneness. Today, we are going to be manifesting the power of the scanning of blood group. We are going to be scanning of the blood group of another person. So let us get ready for this power manifestation in the same space of oneness. You can call anyone you want to scan their blood group for, anyone that you don't know their blood groups. You can call them. Any friends, any family member that you do not know their blood groups of, you can call them. And we are going to be manifesting this power today. So please make sure that you're calling someone. We have a few minutes now to call and get someone to whom we are going to be manifesting this power. Yesterday we manifested the power of the body scanning. So many people were able to manifest the power of body scanning, and even some of them were able to get the solutions also. Some of them even were able to see some solutions and reveal to some people. That was really good. And today we are having another power manifestation session now, which we are going to be doing, a very excited one, which is a scanning of the blood group. So I request all the participants and all the viewers who are viewing us on the NTV, Nithyananda TV, and all the other social media platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and all the various social media platforms. You can call anyone that you want to manifest this power for them, and you can tell them that you're going to be manifesting this power. Everyone, most of them will know their blood groups. Everyone will most probably be knowing their blood groups. So you can ask them to, even if they want to, they can write down their blood group in a paper, and you can scan them also. That's also fine. So you can ask them to, first when you call them, you can tell them that you're going to be manifesting this power for them. You're doing the Pacchai Pattini Vratham. If you're doing the Pacchai Pattini Vratham, you can tell them that you are also doing the Pacchai Pattini Vratham. This is the second day of the Pacchai Pattini Vratham. You can tell them that you're going to be manifesting the power of blood group scanning. And all of the powers that we are manifesting here are having the Shastra Pramana, meaning the scriptural reference from where these powers are coming. So in Hinduism, we follow the four different various methods of the teaching. First, which is the Shastra Pramana, the revelations by Paramashiva himself. Next is the Apta Pramana, which are time tested by the rishis and the Aptas, like the great rishis, the Sapta rishis, and all the other rishis who have lived for so many ages and tested this software, which is the power manifestation or any other science which is revealed in the Shastras. Then comes the Atma Pramana. The person who is initiating us these powers will have tested these powers and all these sciences on their own body and in their own life. And once they experience these powers, they will be initiating us and making us manifest these powers or making us experience these great sciences, the divine powers, which is the Sakshi Pramana. So the Shastra Pramana for the power of body scanning, this also is a power that comes under the body scanning. So the Shastra Pramana for this power is from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 54 and Dharana 31. The Shastra Pramana goes, Swadehe Jagato Vapi Sukshma Sukshma Tarani Cha Tattvani Yani Nilayam Dhyatvante Vyajyate Para. The translation goes, cognize deeply that from the subtle to the subtlest constitutive principles of your whole body, which is the Swadeha, or of the whole universe, simultaneously consist of the essential reality. They are being absorbed in their source cause, the Sadashiva. By the experience of such restful awareness, one becomes complete from all the thoughts, and the ultimate universal divine power, which is the Paradevi, Adi Shakti, is revealed, and the supreme power manifestation happens from them. So this is the beautiful translation from the verse which we just heard. These are the revelations directly by Paramashiva himself. So this is the most authentic source of the power manifestation, where we are getting initiated by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and manifesting these powers in our lives through our body. And today we are going to be, as we already heard the power manifestation that we are going to be doing, and we are all getting ready for the power manifestation. Now, you can ask them to write down their blood groups. If they are A positive, they can just write it down, any blood group that they are having. Any blood group that they are from. They can just, now, if you type it down in the phone also is fine. Let us now begin the power manifestation. First, let us sit on the ground or on a chair. You can sit anywhere where you're comfortable. You can sit straight. If you can sit in Padmasana, you can sit in Padmasana. Sit with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Visualize the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Swamiji, in your third eye. Any darshan of Swamiji that you've had, where you are connecting to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in the space of oneness. You can visualize any form, any darshan, any initiation, any intimate moment you had with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Swamiji. You can visualize that forms of Swamiji in your third eye. Close your eyes. Visualize this form. Let us now chant the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Now, just request Swamiji inside you, in your third eye, to manifest through you and reveal whatever the blood group for the person who you are scanning for, whatever their blood group is, to reveal that in your third eye. You can request Swamiji to reveal this, and whatever you see, anything that you see, any blood group that you see, you can just write it down on a piece of paper. They're going to be doing 2 rounds of the power manifestation today. So each round we're going to be doing for 3 minutes. We're going to be doing with 2 different people also. So we're going to be doing with 2 different people. Before that, let us manifest this power now. We're doing the first round right now. Continue to chant the Mahavakya and just request Swamiji to reveal whatever the blood group of the person who you are scanning for. And whatever you are getting in your third eye, just write it down on the paper, or you can also type it in your phone or any other place. If you want, any other way you want to record it, you can record it. Just continue to chant the Mahavakya. You can chant the Mahavakya in your throat center, or you can chant it aloud.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda.
We have another minute to manifest the power. Let us continue to do the power manifestation. Yes. Now we are going to be verifying the scanning that we have done. So all of you, if you're having the person who you're scanning for with you, you can first reveal it to them. You can reveal the revelation that you got from Swamiji for the power manifestation. You can share that to the other person that this is what you had. Or if you are on a digital platform, if you are talking to that person over a phone call or anything like that, you can message this, or you can call and tell them that this is what your blood group is. We have 2 minutes to do the verification process. We can verify the blood groups now that we have scanned with what their blood groups were. And once you tell it to them, only then they should verify and tell it back to you. We have 1 more minute for doing the verification. And also some people are telling that, can we share 2 blood groups at a time? No, you cannot share 2 blood groups. You can only share 1 blood group. If you are getting 2, if you're for some reason, if you're able to see 2 blood groups, you can select the one which you saw first, and you can tell the one which was revealed to you in the first time when you started the power manifestation. You cannot reveal 2 blood groups because one person cannot have 2 blood groups. Whatever you saw in your third eye, you can just reveal it to them as it is. You don't have to think that whether it is something else or this is what it is, that is what it is. You do not have to apply your logic to the power manifestation in any way. You can just reveal whatever you saw in your third eye as it is. Even if you saw 2 blood groups, just tell them that this is what I saw first and this is what I saw next. You can tell them to them in this way. And only tell the other person whatever you have written down. You have to make sure that you have written down whatever you have seen in your third eye, and only that you are sharing to the other person. So now we are going to be starting the second round of this power manifestation. So you can call another person now. We have 2 minutes to call another person to whom you are going to be manifesting this power with. You can call the other person now and tell them that you're going to be manifesting this power. Can be anyone, but make sure that you do not know their blood group already. We have 1 more minute. We're going to be starting the next round of the power manifestation in another minute. Quickly, let us get ready for the next round of power manifestation. We have a few more seconds. Yes, now we are going to be beginning the second round of the power manifestation. This is the last round for today. You can first ask the other person to write down their blood group and keep. So once they have written down their blood group, we can start the power manifestation now. Sit straight. Close your eyes. Just chant the Mahavakya. Visualize the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in your third eye. And chant the Mahavakya in your throat center. We're going to be manifesting this power in this round for the next 3 minutes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Now just request Swamiji in your third eye to reveal whatever is the other person's blood group to whom you are doing the scanning for. Just request Swamiji in your third eye and ask for the blood group. So request Swamiji to show the blood group of the other person. You can continue to chant the Mahavakya. Continue to visualize Swamiji in your third eye and manifest the power. And also continue to chant the Mahavakya in your throat center. We have a few more seconds to manifest this power in this round before we do the verification. Yes. Now we can do the verification. You can first tell the other person, you can reveal the revelation that you had from Swamiji, from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. You can tell that to the other person. Whatever blood group you saw, whatever you have written down, you can show that to them, or you can just tell that to them. So this is what has been revealed to you. It would be best if you can just show it to them. And once they check and verify, they can tell the blood group of themselves. And once we finish the verification, we can post our experiences on the social media. We have now manifested the power of body scanning, and through the body scanning, we have done the scanning of the other person's blood group. Every day, we are going to be doing so many different various power manifestations where we are going to be manifesting Swamiji, Paramashiva himself through our body. And doing the various power manifestations I want to share in. First, let's go to Facebook and search. You can just go to the place where you're going to be posting your experiences and post your experience over there. You can also take a photo of you doing the power manifestation, and also you can make a video. You can make a short video. Maybe you can make a video for 1 minute or even 2 minutes, and you can share the experience of you doing the Pacchai Pattini Vratham if you're doing the Pacchai Pattini Vratham, or if you're not doing the Pacchai Pattini, if you're doing the power manifestation, you just had the darshan of Devi Parashakti, Mariamman from the puja, and you just start here to do the power manifestation. You can also share your experience. Take a photo if you can of yourself and post in the social media on Facebook. And when you're posting, use the hashtags Pacchai Pattini Vratham. For the Pacchai Pattini Vratham, you can use the hashtag PPV, and you can use the hashtag Mariamman. You can use the hashtag KAILASA and hashtag Power Manifestation. And you can also use the hashtag Nithyananda. You can use these 5 hashtags to do the posting on social media. You can share the experience of whatever you had. You can share the powerful cognitions that you manifested during the power manifestation session. We are going to be taking the next 2 minutes to post our experiences. We have more exciting segments coming up after the power manifestation. Stay tuned for the next session. Now we can continue to post our experiences. We have a few more minutes. So in the next further days of Pattini, we're going to be doing so many different exciting power manifestations and manifesting all the amazing powers and the divine powers of Paramashiva himself. So make sure that you're coming every day to the NTV session at 7 p.m. IST. And also you can tag the Supreme Point of Hinduism, the Facebook. When you're doing the posting, you can tag SPH Nithyananda Paramashivam Facebook page also while you're doing the Facebook posts. And also for tomorrow's power manifestation, you can call any of your friends, family, and you can call them for the power manifestation session. And they're also going to be able to manifest these powers. Every day we are going to be manifesting so many different powers, and every day it will be a different power, and we are going to be manifesting so many amazing powers. So make sure that you're here for the power manifestation session every day. So now we are going to be moving on to the next segment.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda. Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda. Paramashivoham. Nithyananda. Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda. 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 Paramashivoham.
Of Devi Parashakti and the Supreme Paramashiva, let us now understand a deeper aspect, a deeper powerful cognition, the cosmic truths about our identity and about our gender, as described in Hinduism. The Supreme Pandava of Hinduism beautifully says in his own words, feminine energy is enlightenment. Awakening the feminine energy inside us is enlightenment. The Supreme Pandava of Hinduism goes on to expand. A woman has a more possibility for feminine energy, but otherwise, the feminine energy is not confined only to women. Let us understand the depth of these powerful truths, these powerful cognitions. In each and every one of us, there is an energy which constantly gives birth, which constantly expresses itself. Expression is feminine energy. All the adjustments that need to be made for the expression is masculine energy. Please understand that the place needed for the expression to happen should be created, means naturally the old has to be removed. The destruction of everything which is preventing the expression to happen, all of that is the work of the masculine energy. But the very expression of the feminine energy itself is the creation energy. Beautifully, the Supreme Pandava of Hinduism described how the whole Arunachala story is the story of Devi, is the story of woman, the story of feminine energy. The story goes, the Sthala Purana mentions that Devi was meditating and inside her being, it will be easy for us to grasp that if in a male body the female energy is awakened, or in the female body the male component is awakened, that is easy for our logic to understand. But that is not the case. The story mentions very clearly that in Devi, the feminine energy, the feminine Shakti is awakened and she becomes Ardhanarishwara. It means that when a woman experiences fulfillment, she experiences her beloved aspect and mother aspect completely. If you are just beloved, you will be materialistic. It is only with both the aspects you have complete fulfillment. If you are missing the mother dimension, naturally, just the beloved dimension alone cannot fulfill you. If you are missing the beloved dimension, the mother dimension alone cannot fulfill you. The body and the emotion both will have fulfillment only when both the dimensions are completely experienced. A person who can experience and express both dimensions of themselves, both as a mother and as a beloved, that is Ardhanarishwara. They are expressing the consciousness, the energy of Ardhanarishwara. Ardhanarishwara does not just mean half male and half female. Ardhanarishwara is the person who experiences both dimensions of the feminine qualities, both dimensions of Devi Parashakti. When a man becomes enlightened, he becomes a leader. When a woman becomes enlightened, she becomes the mother, she becomes beloved. Ability to radiate both dimensions is what is technical glitch. As we were mentioning previously, each one of us are carrying the feminine energy. Awakening that feminine energy is what is enlightenment. In the first introduction to Tantra, Bhagavan Paramashiva has spoken on 64 Tantras and 60,000 Sutras. In the first introduction, he beautifully says that whoever listens, let you all become Devi. Only then you can understand the Sutra, the following techniques. He says very beautifully, he gives a meditation technique. Even the brain setup, even the thinking, the body, the physical body language, the mental setup, whatever you know as feminine consciousness or woman, meditate on that. He says you can't completely even understand the woman consciousness, even if you are a woman, even if you think that you are a woman. So for the feminine consciousness, even the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism describes this as using two separate words, having the feminine consciousness and having the woman body. Having the woman body gives you a more possibility for feminine consciousness. But that does not mean just because you are in a woman body, you experience or express the feminine consciousness. When Paramashiva begins the Tantra, the first thing Paramashiva says is to intensely meditate on the feminine consciousness. Whatever idea you have about the feminine consciousness, live and radiate that. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa practiced this technique. If you have read Ramakrishna Paramahamsa's biography, you'll understand, he says in that very beautifully, that in the 9 months he practiced the technique, he became woman. Not only feminine consciousness, but he became a woman completely. The complete circle of energy had happened in Ramakrishna Paramahamsa during the 9 months. We need to understand that in the whole world, there are only two religions. One, the religion based on socio-political roles, and the other based on the sacred feminine worship. That's it. These are the only two religions which exist on the planet Earth. One is an organization-based, male-based socio-political laws. All religions created by the male are nothing but social political laws. All traditions created by women are the sacred feminine consciousness. Any religion which has the female component as the sacred, the feminine consciousness, means they have the spiritual strength. Any tradition which has the male component is nothing but a social political law. That's it. Anything spiritual or inner world or super consciousness, that segment belongs to the feminine energy. Any pleasure which we feel inside of us, any pleasure which we are feeling through our nerves, through our systems, through our consciousness, without any external force, external pressure, external stimulation, all of that is the feminine energy. The Vedic tradition in Sanatana Hindu Dharma describes the whole cosmos itself as a Brahmanda Yoni. They do not use the word Brahmanda Linga. The original Upanishadic description says that the Brahmanda Linga means not the cosmic masculine energy. It says the Brahmanda Yoni, which is the cosmic feminine energy. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism again and again declares that the feminine energy is a space in which the whole manifestation happens. Paramashiva, before entering into the Tantra, says very clearly that we need to awaken the feminine energy in all of us, to meditate on the feminine energy in our being. Only then we can receive these sutras, we can understand it. The original sutras which were delivered to Devi were after she became enlightened, not before that. The conversation which happened between Paramashiva and Paramashiva Shakti were between an enlightened being and another enlightened being. It was after she became enlightened, these cosmic secrets, these cosmic truths were delivered. After enlightenment, Paramashiva is teaching the truths, asking us to meditate on the feminine qualities and become feminine. Only then can we receive these great truths, we can experience these great understandings. We need to fundamentally understand that society as it is right now is male-minded and restless. That is why life is always described as restless, especially the Western mind based on society. Life means more restlessness. If we are more active, we say that a lot of life is happening here, especially in places like New York or Chicago, where they so-called say that life is happening, but it's just so much of restlessness. Nobody knows why people are running around from here to there. But unfortunately, this is the current understanding of life. This is what we call as life at the moment. Life means being deeply passive and feminine. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism says again and again that one of the biggest calamities which happen to the human civilization is that women are asked to work and make living just like how men are doing. Women are not created for that purpose. We need to understand that the contribution they need to do is not that of creating, working, and making a living. They are not meant to be used to create infrastructure, because women have a much more important, much more better role to play on human consciousness. They are living models and examples of intensive passive life energy. They need to be and remind the planet Earth again and again about living enlightenment, the feminine consciousness by the very living. But when they are made to create, when they are used to create infrastructure, that priority of awakening the feminine consciousness, radiating feminine consciousness has become lost. When that is lost, the model is lost and the very lifestyle itself is lost. And now, after having gone through these deeper understandings, these deeper truths about our identity, about our gender, as defined by Paramashiva in the Shiva Sutras, we need to now decide on the basis in which how we want to teach this science, this knowledge to the next generation. Having completion with one's own gender is not only vital to solve one's doubts and dilemma of one's own gender, but also all the problems and conflicts arising from that. It is also a necessity to experience the Paramadvaita. Now, we're going to be entering into the next part of today's segment, which is that of the Hindu votes. Let us first understand a few basic truths, few basic cognitions about Hindu votes. Democracy in Hinduism is a responsible democracy. Those who are educated, who have studied and who know the field, they come together and vote on the relevant topics which they are experts of. Not anyone and everyone can vote on everything. Every issue Hindu society is facing, every issue being faced by Hindus, are brought to the stage and will be addressed through the Hindu votes. KAILASA is the first Hindu nation created for Hindus by Hindus. By becoming an e-citizen of KAILASA, you can participate in the Hindu votes, where you can actively be a part of the major decision which are being taken to become a part of the governance of KAILASA. The decisions and votes which we make now will have a direct impact of not only our lives and the current citizens of KAILASAs, but also for generations to come. We live in a very important historic period where we have the chance to be an active part of the functioning and governance of the KAILASA nation, which will be setting the trend, the standard and laws for the posterity. By participating now in the Hindu votes, we are becoming an active part of the revival of the first Hindu nation. And so today the Hindu vote topic for today is whether the gender should be made mandated. It should become a part of the education syllabus of the mainstream education. You can go to Twitter, and on Twitter, if you go to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's official Twitter channel, the poll will be there where you can choose whether gender should be made mandated, helping an individual to identify one's gender. That should be made as the mandated and part of every education system. You can vote either yes, no, or maybe. So this is the Hindu vote topic for today. And actually to glimpse the Hindu votes of yesterday, where the poll had been put out, whether Vratham should be made as a mandated part of each and every 11's lifestyle. The three options which had been presented yesterday as a part of the Hindu votes were whether the Vratham should be made as a mandated part of everyone's lifestyle, whether it should be made flexible, and whether it should be made as an individual's choice. And a majority, around 46% of the voters had chosen to make Vrathams as a mandated part of our lifestyle, where around 29% had voted to make the Vratham as flexible, where people can choose and decide how they want to observe the Vrathams, and a very small minuscule percent had voted for having the Vrathams be in individual decisions. And so I would like to thank and congratulate and recognize all the individuals who went ahead on Twitter and who had taken part in the Hindu votes and choose whether Vrathams should be made as a mandated part of our lifestyle or not. And today's Hindu vote is about the gender and whether gender should be made as a mandated, as a part of the education system, where the education system should help an individual to take decisions to help them understand the true gender identity. So please head over to Twitter, please head over to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's official Twitter handle and cast your vote on how gender should be addressed as part of our lifestyle. And so now with this, we're going to be seeing you again tomorrow as a part of the further and further segments as we observe this Pacchai Patni Vratham. And also, please do cast your vote. We're going to be announcing and giving you the statistics of today's poll in tomorrow's segment as well. So please stay tuned and please come and join us again for tomorrow's program to find out about that as well. And so now with this, we come to the end of today's segment. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for being a part of today's program and for participating in the Hindu votes as well. We're now going to be ending with the Puna Mantra. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi Harihi Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavat Sri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu Om Nithyanandam. Thank you, Nithyananda.